So when looking at recursion so far, all we've actually done is output values. But in reality, a recursive method is likely to want to return some other value. So let's have a look at how we might go about writing a recursive method that returns a value. So an example of something we might do to do that is if we wanted to write a method that adds up all of the numbers up to a specific number. So we could write that something like this, int sum of numbers to n, and then we could say int n. Okay, and if we think about this, the sum of numbers to n is just the number itself plus the sum of numbers to one less than that number. Okay, now obviously we need a point at which we're going to return. Okay, so if we get to 0, the sum of numbers from 0 to 0 is 0. So we could say something like if n equals 0, return 0. But otherwise, we would, as I said, it's just n plus the sum of numbers to n with the number below it. So just return n plus sum of numbers to n minus 1. Okay, so we could run it. We could say int result equals sum of numbers to n. We'll start with an easy one, something like 5, and we'll print out the result. So we do expect that to be 5 plus 4, which is 9, plus 3, which is 12, plus 2, which is 14, plus 1, which is 15, hopefully. So let's just try that out. There we go. Similarly, if we change this to 6, we should get 21. And so on and so forth. Okay, so essentially we've got what we had before. We've got our base case and we've got our reduction step. You've always got to have a case that doesn't call the method, otherwise you end up in an infinite loop and you'll get a Stack Overflow exception.